All praises to the Most High. All praises. This exchange of situation, this situational change, some people just look at it, or rather they want to look at it from, just material, a carnal, which encompasses it all. State of being, state of mind, thought process. It's always a comfort in a thing, not in your faith, to understand, to let go, to let the Father know that you have let go. And to rejoice in that and walk in that and fight for that is the key. All this other stuff that theys have perpetrated, we know. A lot of this stuff is givens. It's a given. And like a lot of things that happened back in the day with us was that we were unable to be convicted as we self-convict in our authority of morality. Now, don't get me wrong, we did, but the numbers were out of balance. And this imbalance, the other nations fed off of. And as they fed off of it, they helped one way that was detrimental to us, but good for them, and suppressed the other way, which was good for us and not so good for them. And as turnabout is fair play and karma and natural law begin to right the ship, bring back the balance, the perspective and thought of being, of just even understanding things, to even have a rationalization of it, then that thing becomes the God. That thing is what you find the comfort in. And they allowed us, or not allowed us, they did that to us through integration. We've seen it. These are givens. Now those givens, this is part of the issue too, because there's a lot of givens that are different. So their given is that they don't want to talk about. Our given is we want to talk about it. See, those are the givens. We ain't even got to go there. The issue has to be resolved. Not only does it have to be resolved individually, but it also has to be evolved spiritually. And this is where this balance is coming in. This is where this exchange of situation is happening. This situational change. We keep ourselves busy trying to not see these things, but yet now we have gotten so far down the road to not even, where we cannot not unsee these things, if you will. So, this is just an interesting concept for me, because every time I think about things as they are, it's not this anymore. It's just things have changed to where none of this even really matters anymore. Not matters like, a Gentile mind of degradation, of loss, but doesn't matter in the bigger scheme of things. So now the thing that I feel that I am aspiring to be has changed. I felt like at a time that I plateaued. This world. Shoot, now I got to do this. Oh God, this is all there is. I got to keep doing this. This is crazy. But I did it. Hum through. Now I'm like, is this another? Wow. There's more levels. And this, and as well as understanding that there's so many more levels and so many more aspirations just for us, just because this knowledge was opened up to us in such a late time. It's like a kid, so I guess it's no late time, better later than never. But at the end of the day, the knowledge that we received of who we are is it is a burden lifted, and it is oh my goodness, it's unfathomable. I can't even put in words. It is a glory. I can't, and I'm saying this because, this is just where I'm at. I'm a Pisces. I see things my way. I'm not trying to not see things other people's way, but at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff is repetition and been there, done that. I think I've weighed out the consequences. I weighed, my mind. I've not brought it down to, right and wrong and how. So at the end, I feel confident about. I'll just say overly confident about my decision because I don't make them lightly. And just what I see, I'm very methodical in that way. And a lot of other nations gravitate to it. They like it and they use it. And they use my skill, my superpower for their gain. And somehow I'm making things happen, but I'm not getting the paper. Now, of course, this ain't against nobody. I'm just saying, like, this is how. And I do believe that a lot of us are feeling in this wide open, narrow road awakening. It's amazing to me. I see things, it's like I gotta suppress the glory just to deal with the world. And I'm trying to be all in. But the world always trying to slow you down. And I'm tired of them. Their politics, stupid, dumb. It's foolish. It's a shit show at the end of the day. It is what it is. Whatever. Out the way. I ain't got to vote for you. I ain't got to do none of that stuff. You can do that. I don't want to be complicit in your madness. I'm done with that. That madness, I'm done with. Because I don't trust none of y'all no way. Your education, you could see it was coming through curriculum. They weren't going to tell the truth. Why would they? Their grannies and their granddaddies is part of that. Their great-granddaddy, they can't tell the truth even if they wanted to. It would set off, it would be the end of their civilization. Now, is the Father getting them to that point? Sure. But they're not going to do it. They won't do it because they want to do it. So, their education, their lives, whatever, their politics and tomfoolery, their self-serving, self-servants in their politics. And that's the key. They want to talk about servant leadership. This is a servant leadership. Servant leadership? What kind of... What? It's all self-serving. It's a bamboozlement. It's a hoodwink. They have tried and have succeeded in making us run amok. We have been running to and from. Now all that's changed. And now this exchange situation. They've never heard us before. They never recognized us before. They never acknowledged us before. And who's this they? See, that's tricky. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm talking about the world. And it's a conglomeration. This is not he did it and she did it. No, this is Psalms 83 takedown. So, I just think that we just need to, as I always say, just endure and persevere. We know what they're doing. And it's always what we need to do in terms of thinking, of controlling thought, is to think of the Father and be trying to figure out the end game, his way. Even though we can't figure it out, but we can look at the signs and enjoy ourselves as we have our redemption growing nigh. And we just need to be patient. This is a patient build up to the end. That's how we endure this. The emotions is going to come. The emotions is going to go. The emotions is going to stay. We got to maintain control. So, back in the day in school, in elementary school where I grew up, they had, I don't know about everybody else, but they had a grade, and it was exercise self-control. And why do I know that? Because I was always getting bad grades in that. It was a 1, 2, and 3 system, 3 being like A, B, and C, right? 1, 2, 3. So I always got 3s in exercise self-control, because as a kid, I was just, I was happy go lucky. it was a good time. I've enjoyed my life. I still am enjoying my life. And now in my life, now of course I have my lows. I ain't tripping. I ain't talking about, look at me. What's that fella's name? I ain't gonna call him out his name, but he won't be called, goodness gracious, Spat told me today. It's Yahweh and Holy Ghost. King Yahweh and Holy Ghost. Now that's the only pub the only time I'm going to use his name, and from here on out he's called Monkey Boy. That's it. So, but he running around looking like, he trying, this outward appearance, this is all inward. This is all innate. It's us going deep in ourselves to understand ourselves and our God once more, and being able to control the emotions that's coming around us the entire time. And the picture that I get in my head is, someone just meditating in the middle of like Times Square, everybody just running around. This is how we have to be. This is how we have to be. We have to be that entity. Because the beings now here, they're going, all right, now what's happening? I mean, we already know what's really going on, but what's happening? It ain't hard. We already know, y'all. We're gonna we about to put the wood to a lot of people. Who wants to begin? And everybody, we here trying to maintain. So when they look at us, they go, okay. This correlates to, this is similar to the blood over the door. There's going to be these signs, these marks, like not marks, these seals that we have to obtain. They are going to be marked. So if you're, the seal and the mark is always, it say the book of life and the book of death. So, these pastors, they ain't talking about individual understanding, self-awareness. They're not talking about that because they're not well, we won't even use that because they're not prepared. They're not connected. And nobody who is part of the world, the money system, the world, is connected properly. They've been connected to the source of the world, but when the well dried up, the Father said, whoop, blow up the well to the Gentiles. Blow it up. Something happened. Everything happening. We're going, what is this? What, dude, that's interesting. So, boom, these things are set in motion. And the interesting part to me is that it's been set in motion for quite some time, even eons ago, like, years and years ago, it was set in motion. Even before me, it was set in motion. The last time I came, it was set in motion. This whole thing has been set in motion to this time. That's why I keep having this question posed in my mind about the 1,000-year reign. Like there's something there that I'm not seeing, that I'm not, that doesn't make sense to me. And this is just where I'm. This is one of these studies that I'm doing. I'm making things happen in that regard, because I want to know that this is so. We all got to study to show ourselves approved in this. This is how we continue connecting to the source. We just have to do these things amongst all the madness that's going to come our way. Still got to. We got to each one teach one and keep it going. Each one encourage one and keep it moving. Each one, be wise to each other, so that the wisdom from one goes to the other, and the nation grows, and the mind just opens. Because I just keep feeling like it's this huge confirmation that's coming. And they're about to get this huge revelation. And I don't know what that's going to be, but that's just what I keep getting. And I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be. I got my thoughts, but that's of no consequence, because that may or may not be what it's going to be. I just, that ain't what I do, But anyway, let me get on out. Conversation just for conversation's sake. Got a long way to go and a short time to get there. And, everyone be at peace, be at easy. Shalom. All praises to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.